Mirror.
No. Yeah, nice guy.
Yeah. All right. This episode is brought to you by Dark Dossier magazine. Get all your horror fix in one magazine. Comics, articles, the paranormal, horror, us, everything you could possibly need in Dark Dossier magazine. And to celebrate that, and Horror-tober, I feel like this is Penn and Teller.
Silent Bob.
We are giving another copy away this episode, and this, right here, this copy that we are going to deface by signing it over to you, is going to Mark Lewis. This is all yours, Mark. So we'll reach out to you, we'll get your address, and then you can tell us where to send it, and we will happily send a copy of that, and that will warm the cockles of your heart.
He earned it with his patronage, loyalty.
Exactly. The people that we're picking to win are the people who are always, they're retweeting, they're on Facebook, they're liking stuff.
Liking, sharing, appreciating.
So.
And so this tip of the cap to you. And we will deface it by signing the Monster Men back page.
There we go.
Good magazine.
We should do like ink blots of our hands.
Like the Blair Witch Project?
Exactly. So, by the way, we said in another episode, we'll give away every episode. So we've got 2 left to go until Halloween.
Alright.
Alright, so what are we talking about here today?
Alright. So, as people probably know, I'm a Star Trek guy. But more of like the original Star Trek and the Next Generation.
What about Voyager?
Voyager?
Deep Space Nine.
Deep Sleep Nine. I'm more of a Shatner, Nimoy guy.
Right.
But the remake with Chris Pine and those people, I thought the original one.
Those people.
Those people. Zachary Quinto.
The guy who's dead. Anton Yelchin.
Yes, Yeltsin. Carl Urban, who is awesome as Dr. McCoy.
Zoe Saldana.
Exactly. Sweet Zoe. I thought the original Star Trek reboot was okay. It's pretty good. It's like, alright, it's a little bit loud and stuff, but okay, if they're going to bring Star Trek to the new generation of kids, this is probably the way to go, whatever.
Oh, wait, can I just stop you right there?
Yeah.
Sven Gulli, for the 50th anniversary of Star Trek, put together the pilot episode complete. It had never been shown complete before.
Oh, wow.
Because they always had just bits and pieces, and sometimes it would go from color to black and white to stuff they found. So it was the first time I actually saw the full pilot, and it was boring and terrible. It was awful. I actually fell asleep.
Nice.
I tried. So anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, anyway, then they came out with Into Darkness. And man, if there was ever a movie that pissed me off, it was that movie. It just took Wrath of Khan, said, oh, well, if Wrath of Khan A to B happened, let's just do B to A.
Right.
Or let's take Carol Marcus and make her with an English accent. And let's make Khan Benedict Cumberbatch, who's a tremendous actor and should just be another villain.
Right.
Let's make him the Ricardo Montalban villain. And I'm like sitting there going, why wouldn't you use Benicio del Toro or somebody like that as Khan and make them all...
Benicio del Toro would be awesome as Khan.
Oh my God. What a... So they butchered... And Wrath of Khan is like in my top 5 movies of all time. So you're already on
Well, I knew
sacred
that
ground.
movie was no good because it went on Netflix immediately. They were just like, fine, just take it Netflix.
But it got me thinking about casting in reboots.
Right.
Number one, there's like things like if you're going to remake Star Trek, that's fine. But like save Khan, everything that happens in Wrath of Khan is because there's stakes and there's history.
Right.
But so when the Spock thing happens at the end, there's a TV show's worth of history and behind it. So you're like, oh, not like these two just met 5 minutes ago and you know what's going to happen.
Right.
It cheapened it all. So I started thinking about things like, all right, they're doing a reboot of a remake of the Magnificent Seven,
which is a remake of Seven Samurai.
Right. Which I love the Magnificent Seven. Oh my God,
Yeah,
Stephen
and I love
Queen.
Seven Samurai. I think I have it over here somewhere.
The Mad Max Fury Road. I thought Tom Hardy did a great job in the Mel Gibson role.
There was stuff went on in that movie. I just said, well, they must be dead because I heard it was really stunts.
Yeah,
It was
you
a lot
can
of CGI.
find like the versions of stuff without the CG.
Right.
And they're still like flying from car to car and
yeah,
blowing stuff up. It's amazing.
That's what made that movie good, because you were emotionally invested knowing, oh my god, these people are putting their lives at stake. You know?
Exactly. So I thought some of like Chris Pine and Carl Urban and Zachary Quinto, whatever you do your names,
Yeah.
they were pretty good casting for those roles.
I think they did a good job.
I thought Tom Hardy was great. They just redid the Ghostbusters with an all-female cast. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either. Look, I'm not one of those people like, oh, you can't desecrate Ghostbusters with girls, because I'm gonna tell you, I didn't like the first Ghostbusters. So I don't care what you put in there.
I love the first Ghostbusters, and what I kind of like about going with all the girls is, don't try and replace. Don't put a Bill Murray clone. Do something different.
Right.
So fine. I don't know whether the movie's good or not. The trailer didn't do much for me. However, let's say you were. What I wanted to do today would be like, let's talk about some movies and say, what if you remade it? And even if it's like a movie, you're like, there's no way they should remake that.
Like, gun to the head of your children.
Yeah, they said
you
to us,
gotta remake this.
we're going to hire you. We're not going to say no.
Right.
So now we got to recast it. And we'll go with, like, you got to go with the role. If you want to say, I want to go with somebody different to try and change it up, whatever it is. This is guys talking at a bar.
All right.
So what I thought.
You just named every episode of this show.
Right. So
Yeah.
the first thing that came to mind was recast Snake Plissken, Escape from New York. I got a couple of people in mind.
Like, I'd still want Kurt Russell. I don't care
Yeah.
how old he is. Call me Snake. And I still want Ernest Borgnine.
Because there was a remake of the thing, which they called a continuation, but it was, and they went with the female lead.
I don't like that at all.
That movie sucked, though. We did an episode on that.
Who would be Snake Plissken now? Like, who's a badass?
He was a badass, but it also has a little bit of humor to them.
Here's the difference. Do you realize there really aren't any movie stars anymore? There's people that are in movies, but there's nobody that's got pulse.
I think I got somebody.
Please tell me. I want to hear this.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, I guess he could put. If he lays off the steroids for a while, if you catch him between Wolverine appearances, yeah, he might be able to.
I think
pull
what
it
he
off.
brings to Wolverine
Right.
would be good for a Snake Plissken.
All right. And you know what? Adrian Barbeau, I'm going to replace with Salma Hayek.
Oh, that's perfect.
All right. And Donald Pleasance as the president, who are we replacing him with?
Brian Cox. Go with the
Brian
like
Cox.
X-Men 2. You know, you have Wolverine and
Oh my god.
Stryker.
That's funny. I was going to say the guy who was who played the commish.
Oh, he's in Gotham now.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Chiklis, Michael Chiklis.
Michael Chiklis.
I don't know.
You're the Duke of New York, number one. No, actually, Michael Chiklis has more. He's too much of a tough guy. Donald Pleasance was a real wimp in that movie. So, and
That's the least important role, though.
well, no, he's the whole reason for going there. We got to replace Harry Dean Stanton. Who are we going to replace him with? We need some old guy. Do you want to go the same kind of like old bedraggled looking guy, or do like a Sly Stallone to make Salma Hayek more?
I was going to say Steve Buscemi, but wasn't he in Escape from L.A.?
Who cares? Steve Buscemi, that's a good one, Steve Buscemi. And the governor, the Duke of New York, who was, Isaac Hayes. Who do we replace him with? Ving Rhames?
That's good enough.
Yeah, Ving Rhames. There we go. And then the guy who drafted Snake into it, Lee Van Cleef.
Lee Van Cleef?
Lee Van Cleef.
From Westworld, which they're remaking, and they
Yes.
put Ed Harris in as the...
So then we'll do Ed Harris. We'll be lazy and just do Ed Harris.
Oh, it wasn't Lee Van Cleef. It was Yul Brynner in Westworld.
Westworld, yeah. So, you want to do Ed Harris?
Sure. Ed Harris is good.
That works. And also, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. That was Van Cleef's best. A lot of spaghetti westerns. He did a ton.
Ooh, what if you remade Dirty Harry?
Dirty Harry. Oh my God, who would you make this? Who could
pull off Dirty Harry?
Who could fill Clint Eastwood's underpants at this point?
That's what I'm saying. Like, first of all, I mean, to just try and call anybody else Dirty Harry. Like, remember when they remade Shaft with Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I see what you were trying to do there.
Didn't work. Oh, Dirty Harry. All right, here you go. We're gonna go against typecasting. Gilbert Gottfried is Dirty Harry. Now you take it from a serious movie to an absolute ridiculous.
Did I take 5 shots or 6? The question is, do you feel lucky?
Are you feeling lucky today?
Go ahead. Make my day. Affleck.
I'm voting for Gilbert Gottfried. I'm the same guy who says, you know, whenever there's an audiobook in my books, I want Gilbert Gottfried.
How about the dude from Justified?
Timothy Oliphant. He could do it. He did Raylan Gibbons, who was bad as hell.
I'm going to go with him for Dirty Harry.
All right, I'm with you. All right, you got another movie here. This will be a tough one. You're wearing the shirt.
First of all, if they ever did this, I'd just the first person won with a Molotov cocktail.
Yeah, it'd be rough.
You remade Jaws.
Jaws.
Oh,
Good almighty.
you got Quint, Brody, and Hooper.
Ooh. Roy Scheider is irreplaceable.
Who's going to play Quint? First of all, Lee Marvin was the original choice for Quint.
I would have been good too. See, there's no real tough guys anymore. They're all so wimpy.
Quint?
And you want to keep it serious, so we're not going Gilbert Gottfried and Jaws. How about Cedric?
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
How about Cedric the Entertainer? Is he still doing work? He ruined the Honeymooners. Let's let him ruin Jaws.
Cedric the Entertainer. This is hard.
Robert Shaw. Well, you know what? You could get to play Robert Shaw, just any old guy from Game of Thrones. Just find a guy from Game of Thrones.
Sean Bean?
Sean Bean. Sean Bean could do it. There you go. And he'll die again. Spoiler alert. If you didn't see the first season of Game of Thrones. So let's put Sean Bean there.
How about Elijah Wood as Hooper?
Wow, you know what? I bet he could pull it off. That's a good one. That's a daring move. And then we got one more slot to fill. One more slot.
Hooper's saying Sean Bean is Quint?
Yeah.
Actually, Sean Bean probably could. He'd be an interesting Quint.
I think he could do it.
I'm trying to think of somebody else. But for frickin' Brody, let's say.
Brody. You need somebody a little older.
How about Mark Ruffalo? No?
I know he was the Hulk, but he's so wishy-washy. I can't see. Like, you need a guy in that age. Oh, Robert Downey Jr.
Too about wise ass.
Too wise-assing?
And you can say something right now. You need a bigger boat.
Yeah, all right. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Like Chris Evans would be a better Brody.
Yeah, but you gotta. You know what? Maybe he could pull it off. You know what? No, he'd take away from it because I'm sorry, Chris. You're always going to be Captain America now, which is better than being the Human Torch.
This is hard.
Yeah, this ain't easy at all. Oh, the guy, Battlestar Galactica, the TV show. The guy with the long hair who played. Oh my God, the scummy guy who was with
the guy who played Baltar?
Yeah.
No, Brody. He could play the mayor.
My kids run that beach.
All right. So
You got a shark. And we got Panic at the 4th of July.
What about Kane Hodder?
He could play the shark. Then at Schiller Theater, Kane Hodder, Jaws.
Call me Bruce. How about
What about Thomas Jane? He was in
Oh, that's
Deep
a good
Blue
one.
Sea.
That's a good one. I like Thomas.
He could redeem himself from Deep Blue Sea. He was essentially Brody in that.
Yeah. All right. I like that. That's a good choice. Wow. How does your butt feel? Pulled that one right out of there. Wow. Here, the beauty is you're getting to see an ideation session because we put zero thought.
No, because we're going to look back at this. Like, on my way home, I'm going to be like, no, you know who should have been?
Exactly. What's the guy who played Urkel? Jaleel White. Maybe we used him.
He blows up the shark.
Did I do that?
All right.
How about Die Hard?
Oh, Die Hard.
Now that you said the father from Urkel was in that. I don't know, word
6
association.
Degrees of Urkel. Yeah, who could do that? I was just gonna say
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, he's like such an unlikely hero guy, but everyone loves him. I love him.
I love him. I don't know.
Andy.
He can pull off the humor part.
You know what though? I think Anna Faris wants him to stop working out and get chubby again. She does not like this cut Chris Pratt, so let's give her a break.
Okay.
Give her a break. Kevin Bacon. We just watched the movie he did, Into the Darkness of the Darkness or something, some horror movie he did.
Is that with the kid from Gotham?
Maybe. I don't watch Gotham. It was awful. It was.
I saw the trailer for that and said nope.
Everybody in it was good. It was a good actor. And it was just wretched. Wretched. I wanted my money back and we saw it for free. So that tells you something.
What about if you tried to remake Alien?
You know what?
Female lead. Jennifer Lawrence is like the one they would probably pick.
Yeah, but I wouldn't pick her.
Neither would I. You know what's her name? She's in everything too.
Salma Hayek.
No.
That would
Put
change
her in anything.
That would change the tenor.
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt. That's a good one. Girl on the Train.
She's got. I think she could have the.
She's small.
She could do a lot without talking,
Right.
which is what Ripley has to do because she's by herself a lot.
Right. Emily Blunt. That's a really good choice. All right, I'm going with that. Even though she's probably half the size of Sigourney Weaver, that's all right.
What about Matt Damon as Brody?
Matt Damon is Brody. Yeah.
Jumping back.
You know what? I almost think of Matt Damon as someone way younger, but you're right. He's not young anymore. He could probably do it. All right, I'll go with that. I thought you were going to say him as the Tom Skerritt role as Dallas in Alien.
Be like in The Martian.
Timothy Olyphant, I would make Dallas an Alien. He
I
would
could live
be
with
great.
that. I
He's
could live
kind of
with
got the look too. We could do Ving Rhames again as Parker. Just Ving Rhames all over the place.
He's your go-to guy.
Idris Alba.
Watch Luther on Netflix.
Yeah.
What a show. The new season just came out.
Or did it?
Yeah.
Here's one. I haven't watched the second season of Daredevil yet.
Idris Elba. Idris Elba.
Yeah.
We gotta get it. He's somebody. Imagine him as like Snake Plissken.
That would be different. That would be kind of good. He's a badass. Except when he was on The Office, I hated him.
I never saw that.
He took over Michael Scott's position in The Office. So
That was James Spader.
No, before that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Corporate brought him.
Idris Elba?
Yep.
All right, back to Alien. What was the robot's name? That was
Ash.
that was the guy from Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah. So we would replace him with. I was gonna say Bob Hoskins, but he's dead.
No, they kind of replaced him with Michael Fassbender in the.
I would replace him with Patrick Stewart, who at 75 or whatever he is still going strong.
He actually would be great. You see Green Room?
Green Room, I thought was a hot mess of a movie.
I enjoyed Green
I couldn't understand what anybody was saying, and I'm like, why are they doing this? Like there was some morality some rules that Patrick Stewart put in. I'm like, this is not making any sense. Just go in and get them.
No, there was reasons why.
Well, if they were, they mumbled their way through it, and I didn't understand it.
No.
Yeah. Patrick Stewart is great in Blunt Talk.
I haven't seen
It's on
it.
Stars. It is one of the funniest shows on
He actually would be good, though, in the role in Alien.
Yeah.
Because you have to have that menacing... You have to go from, like, benign to
Right.
menacing.
Again, another movie with Harry Dean Stanton. We got to replace Harry Dean. You need an American
He's
actor.
the hard... Steve Buscemi again.
Steve Buscemi. And then we got to replace the girl from Lost in Space, her sister. I would give... I can't remember her name, but I would give that to Virginia Madsen. Only because I want to see her get more work. I like Virginia Madsen. Or Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Oh, mama!
Lady Gaga would play Ellen Brody in the Jaws remake.
Oh, that would be kind of interesting.
She looks like her.
Yeah, you're right.
She does.
Want to get drunk and fool around?
Who do we got left?
Lady Gaga is Ellen Brody.
Oh, we got to get the guy who played the Elephant Man, who got the face hugger.
Oh,
Hurt.
Well, yeah,
John Hurt. Again, we should just pick some just random dude from Game of Thrones. It doesn't matter. He's not going to be in it for long.
Ramsay Bolton.
Ramsay Bolton. Sounds good to me.
Okay, this is really... They tried this once and they failed miserably. Who would you cast as Carl Kolchak if they remade The Night Stalker?
Christ. You know what? We said his name before. Chris Pratt.
Ooh, Chris Pratt.
Because he's kind of bumbling, and he's a lovable guy, but he can be a tough guy if you need him to be a
How
tough
about
guy.
Kevin Spacey?
Kevin Spacey? Really? Kevin Spacey? You know, Kolchak was kind of a ladies' man, too. I don't see Kevin Spacey as a ladies' man.
Kolchak was a ladies' man in the movie The Night Stalker. Once he got to the show, he was goofier.
Right. You know what? I wouldn't mind Kevin Spacey. He'd bring
I like
depth
Chris
to the
Pratt.
character.
Chris-
Who's going to be Simon Oakland? Cedric the Entertainer.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman. No, he'll narrate it.
Kolchak, I want you to go write a story. Now, I don't want you to say that it was a vampire,
March.
because that's just how it was. I do the worst Morgan Freeman.
That is terrible. That's all right. We understand.
Tony Vincenzo would be...
We need a heavy guy. Danny DeVito.
Actually, Danny DeVito would be a great...
Because he already dressed like him in Taxi.
the Louis De Palma Cage.
Go, Jack! Yeah, that would be perfect. There we go. Because you only have to replace 2 people.
Human meat.
What the crumbs all over his face.
So Chris Pratt and Danny DeVito in the Kolchak.
That would be so bizarre.
Chris Pratt would actually be a pretty interesting Kolchak. He'd have to debuff a little bit.
Well, yeah, he's got to, wither away. Benedict Cumberbatch. He could pull off Sherlock Holmes. He could pull off Kolchak.
He's not bumbling enough. Actually, Martin Freeman, I think, would be a better Kolchak.
What about Martin Short? I must say, I saw a swamp monster. Or Jiminy Click. So you're a monster. All right.
Anything else?
Do we have another movie? Oh, you had Dracula.
Who do you think would make
Because
a good,
we've only been 200 Dracula.
Draculas, but there's been only a handful of guys. Bela Lugosi, Christopher Lee, Frank Langella.
Franklin, who only did it once?
Who did it once, but he was on Broadway.
Right.
I mean, Jack
Gary
Palance.
Oldman.
Gary Oldman. Remember Jack Palance? Number one victim.
Who could we do as a modern day Dracula?
Sacrilege. I mean, you had that Dracula Untold garbage.
Yeah, no.
So, like, Universal's rebooting Dracula. Who do you go, yeah, that could be the next Christopher Lee.
Oh, that could be the next Christopher. Like, again, it's got to be somebody with some experience in gravitas.
It's got to be a gravitas.
Ooh. I'm like looking back at movies. Let's see. How about
Actually, Benedict Cumberbatch would be...
we have like 7 actors to
Yeah.
do everything for us.
I could actually see him, though. I would put him in the mix.
How about the guy who plays Longmire? Patrick Taylor? Robert Taylor?
No.
No?
That's stupid.
I like him. Fine. Whatever. Oh, wait. Oh, Larry Fessenden. How about him? He always plays like, he always plays like a dirty kind of hippie. Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, Dracula could be anybody.
Right.
Like, what kind of Dracula do you want? Sexy Dracula? Mean Dracula?
Well, that's like a Christopher Lee was able to switch from one to the other.
What about Jet Li? We've never seen an Asian Dracula. Right? Chow Yun Fat.
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan.
Rumble in Transylvania.
Jackie Chan is officially as old as
Chris
Dracula.
Tucker.
Chris Tucker.
Children of the night! Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth with the fangs?
Oh my God, no. Yeah. Again, I could say, oh, played Kingpin in Daredevil, Vincent D'Onofrio. I would love to see his interpretation of Dracula, because he would bring a whole new way of just the way he moves and walks and acts and stuff. And
What about him as like if they remade Hannibal Lecter?
He would be phenomenal. He would be phenomenal. That's a guy who could do anything.
I think he's too bulky to be Dracula.
But that would be
He's
kind
not
of
like romantic, but he would be.
That's what I want to see. Dracula shouldn't be romantic. Because Dracula was so non-romantic that he has to use his powers to control you.
It's like Roofy.
He's got roofy eyes. He's got roofy baby's eyes. So Vincent D'Onofrio, who's I'm going for, and I'm going to tell him eat even more. I want you to be
Private Pile.
I want you to be fatula. So that's my pick, Vincent.
He could also be Dom DeLuise in the Cannonball Run remake.
There we,
Dun dun dun. Him.
Or I want to see Crispin Glover. I want to see unique actors who are kind of spacey and just say, dude, here, it's been done over 200 times. You bring something brand new to the table. And you're so far out there, I'm just going to run the camera. So I'm just going to, I'll pick just weird people to do it. I'm not going sexy and I'm not going for the regular. The story's been told so often, Jesus Christ, I want to vomit.
D'Onofrio's in the Magnificent Seven remake.
Is he? Awesome. See, all the more reason.
I'm wondering if they're going to have a Robert Vaughn character in that.
We'll see.
Coward guy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure they will. They're not going to go that far off the script. That would require too much work.
Right. Well, anyway, that was pretty good. You got anything else, or is that it?
That dude. My brain hurts.
I'm out. I can't even think of a Dracula. I'm out.
I can't believe you can't think of a Dracula. That's your number one. That's your number one. A guy.
A guy.
You can't think of a Dracula.
I can think. Give it. Give me a second.
Want me to vamp? Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling.
Oh, I'm voguing.
You're
not
voguing.
vamping.
That's not vamping.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga would make a great Dracula. Wow, that's a good idea, actually. Dracula's a woman. Why not?
She did it in American Horror Story already.
Oh, that's right. I watched one episode of that season.
I watched like 2 or 3 of them.
The new one
Boop.
started. Not watching it.
Yeah.
How about Rick Grimes?
Coral. I got nothing.
You got nothing. That's scary.
Timothy Oliphant.
There we go. Big Rams. It's all done.
Steve Buscemi.
He's already got the messed up teeth. Kind of work.
I need my powers.
All right, there we go. And every victim would be Scarlett Johansson.
I'm going to go Chris Pine.
Chris Pine. All right, there we
You
go.
do Captain Kirk, you can do Dracula.
Gotcha. Good job.
All right.
We're done. Goodbye.
Good one. See you next time on
Monster Men.